of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. TTC Chairperson Brock Gibson. Here. TTC Vice Chairperson Amanda Schwinn.
Here.
Roseanne Hani will not be here. TTC Member Rebecca Monia.
Here.
Board Liaison Joe Steiger is absent. Chamber of Commerce Representative Dina Kreitler.
Here.
St. Genevieve County Representative Corey Ford. Here. We've got a quorum. All right.
Amanda, want to make a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Like what? I'll second.
Okay.
You must always approve the agenda. Oh, it's always my job, okay.
Yeah, thanks. All right, meeting minutes. How do I look?
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Where's Joey?
Coaching softball tonight.
Oh,
He just texted to let me know.
That's rained out.
Oh, right.
it did rain for a second, but it looked like it was going to go away really quickly.
Yeah.
Did not look like it would be here long.
No?
Has it been raining for a while? It just started.
It
Right?
just started and just left.
All right, financials.
Yeah, so if you look at, we've collected almost $2,000. It's $100 shy of $2,000 for this month. And expenditures, just another billboard and CTM media. There's a big one coming down the pipe for deposit on the wayfinding sign, which we'll have to take a look at, but other than that, it's pretty standard this month.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
All right, all in favor? So moved. So, oh, we're down a seat. That's why I'm like, I feel like there's only 3 of us. You guys are gonna be,
Well, Roseanne's not here yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be trading motions. Yeah.
Today, though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, public comments? Oh, okay. Old business.
Well, I've got a couple of things. One, we've been looking for someone to fill the last TTC chair seat, and he is in the crowd tonight. That is Dan Schultz from Chateau St. Genevieve. Will be taking that seat.
Cool.
So thank you so much for doing that.
It's a great fit.
I agree. Yeah, we need somebody, who's out in the county, and winery is great to have. So thank you again, Dan.
When will his first?
So you will be out of town next month, huh?
Correct.
Okay, so
So your
will
first
be
week will be
August.
2 months? Okay.
Yeah. He'll be approved next week, the Board of Aldermen. More old business. We had talked about Sam Overly coming up with a quote for getting us out to the county and spending some of those transient tax dollars on doing that. Sam, you got any update you'd like to share with us?
So I was just kind of brainstorming a little bit, and we could figure out the routes and what works and what doesn't. I was kind of talking to Amanda a little earlier today. Me personally, I know you're thinking about trying this next July possibly, or starting it pretty much to take off next July, I guess. From my opinion, just throwing it out there, and I didn't know what you guys felt. It's a great idea, but it's going to be some work in progress. So I was thinking about seeing if you guys would want to do like a trial run for one Saturday or maybe even 2 Saturdays for sometime maybe this summer, just to kind of get a feel kind of exactly what we're up against. And it's only, in my opinion, actually doing it is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So I was
I think
just
it's a good
gonna
idea.
bring it to your guys' attention to see, I don't know how it works, or if you guys had to vote on it or talk about it. But I was thinking maybe one Saturday or maybe 2 Saturdays, that way we can kind of blast it, you know, on my Facebook page, the newspaper, however you want to do it, and say, hey, we have a trial run
Yeah.
for this certain date, and, you know, we'd love to have the community come out and enjoy, to see, you know, kind of
Mm-hmm.
how it's gonna partake, I guess.
Yeah, and I totally agree, because I was talking to Sam about it, of course, and with us running our ice cream truck, we can have a schedule, and you're off of the schedule almost immediately, and you have to adjust, so
Yeah.
a trial run is definitely needed.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
Now, I guess that would, you know, we would fund that through the TTC, you know, start that sort of supplemental thing right away. If we're doing just a couple runs over the summer, then, you know, we would just need to approve that expenditure. I would
Because I was
imagine.
even thinking maybe just 2 before the initial actual kickoff.
Yeah.
Even on 2 Saturdays would kind of help gauge and see kind of what we need to tweak or work on. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Have you come up with any good sort of route that's kind of time effective or anything like that? You know, do you have what you would like to try out?
It's really like meeting with you guys. I know there's a lot of people that are gonna be, you know, asking or putting their hand up to be on the route per se. That's why, you know, like a month before we kick it off, you know, talk to Brock, talk to this gentleman, other establishments, and then see how we want it to go, because
Should,
I could hit a lot of different places, you know, and see, you know, if it's gonna take 2.5 hours for this trip. If we're gonna go all the way out to Charlottesville, that's gonna take some time. Coming all the way over to Y Road, the Chateau, and it just, and then, you know, the downtown people wanna get involved, or the boutiques, or the ice cream shop. I just gotta figure out like who, once I know exactly where these establishments are, I can do like a GPS in my mind to figure out how to make it work.
well, I think, I don't want to be the guy that always says we should have a committee for this, but I feel like there should be some kind of a committee for this to really, because there's a lot of brainstorming that has to happen, I believe, based on what you said and just thinking through this, where you're stopping, how you're deciding on where you're stopping, what those routes look like. I mean, we could just sit here and ask you to go do all that, but I think it does make a lot of sense to have some people from the city and from the county that are sitting, you know, not in this meeting, in a separate meeting dedicated to that, to talk about
Can't we
those
do like a work
details.
session or something?
If it means that we can get together in a smaller setting and talk through details with the right people, then
Yeah,
yes.
'cause it's
that's-
probably gonna take bounce ideas off each other. It's probably gonna be something
Yeah.
kind of like that, to see what everybody's thinking. And then, you know, because I can actually talk to people or talk to you guys, and you guys give me ideas, and I can kind of tell you right away if it's gonna work or not, to be honest with you, or how much time is gonna be needed for everybody to get a piece of the pie type deal.
And are we also talking about like the number of busset trolleys that would be running? So like it could be, maybe it's 2, or maybe
Yeah.
it's 3, or maybe it's 4, I don't,
Yeah,
you know,
That's
and so it's
another-
one route, but
that's
maybe
another
they're-
subject.
That's
I think
another
it should
topic.
probably be 2 routes.
Well, that's another topic
Yeah.
of discussion in that,
Yeah.
and also the price point, and like how are we gonna, because I do believe, I don't think it should be free, not because I don't think it could be, but just because I think it just makes more sense for it to be some minimal cost for the individual to get on the bus, just to protect it from any kind of like abuse potentially, but, so I think there should be a cost to it, but I think that's another topic that maybe that committee we could get through, because there's a lot of details in all of that stuff, I feel like that probably need to be talked through in a different setting. So what do we do?
Yeah, it's gonna take all of us to work
Yeah.
together, I think, to figure, because like even starting out, okay, you know, you wanna start out at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, well, it doesn't matter where we start, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, but to appease the easiest pickups,
Yeah.
where's all the foot traffic mainly gonna be in the morning time, go there first, get everything lined out, go out to Y Road, go to Weingarten Winery. Like, I don't even know what wineries are gonna be involved. Is Twin Oaks, is Weingarten, is Chateau, is Charleville, I don't know exactly what the game plan is that you guys are wanting, I guess you could say. Once I know what you're wanting, I can put it together.
So let's talk about who would be involved in that and when we would have the first meeting. I mean, of course, I would volunteer to be involved in that. I would love to be involved in it, but if a different group of people makes more sense, I'm okay with that too.
And then do we have any feelers out? Do we have any idea? Probably not, like, the interest of this. Like, should we put something out there in the newspaper or social media or something?
I think we
saying,
need to,
hey,
yeah.
this is something that we're working on.
Yeah.
Please comment yay or nay. If
Yes.
This is something.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah. I've done surveys before, and they're a little wonky. I mean, especially a survey like this, because I can see people reading it and thinking, oh, that'd be really cool to do, and say yes, but they would really never actually do that. So sometimes surveys like that can be misguiding.
Yeah.
Just
That way,
think about
you could
that.
start out with maybe one vehicle.
Yeah,
You can-
I think we start out with one route. Just one route that we're gonna do on a Saturday, 3 times that day, let people know what it is.
And I'm not in favor of having two,
Yeah,
but looking out for you, if there's, I don't want to waste the money.
Yeah.
And have one vehicle just sitting there at first.
well, and in the trial runs, we probably should make it minimal. I mean, make it one route, this is where we're going, this is what times we'll be, where we'll be, and gauge the interest. If there's no interest in that one route, then we would have a pretty good idea that there's probably no interest in any of the routes,
Yeah.
So I think starting off with one would probably be the safest, and promoting it, the way you said to promote it, which is, this is a trial run, we're testing something.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing, this is where we're going, this is how we're doing it, let us know if you want to be involved, and
Yeah.
get 'em,
Didn't we say at the last meeting that we were gonna do a survey?
Was it a survey on that? On the trolley?
Well, I'm not,
There was a survey that we did talk about.
we did, but did we do that yet? So maybe we can encompass it.
Okay, sure.
I mean, surveys are, you're not gonna get the response that you want out of a survey, but you're gonna get a response.
Something, yeah.
You're gonna get something, at least it can be maybe a guide.
I think that was a survey for local merchants.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
but we could also kind of tie this into it too, and somehow or another. That's, instead of doing 2 separate surveys,
Yeah.
you could, if we're trying to target the downtown area anyway, maybe those individuals that we're targeting will say, oh yes, I would love to see a trolley service in the downtown area. Or if they're a winery taking the survey, then they might say, yes, I would love to have the trolley come to my location. So, that's a thought. I would put them together.
Well, I think we should maybe, let's just, why don't you send an email out after we get done with this and find out gauge some interest on who would want to be involved in that.
Yeah, and I would think, is it okay if I just try to find all of the emails for the wineries, including a Twin Oaks, including a French Village, or the Terrace?
I met individuals that would want to be a part of that meeting. Because in
That's what
that
I'm saying that
meeting, you
too,
guys
yeah.
could navigate that, like who's going to be the person to reach out to the wineries and all that.
You don't think that we can't do that with a meeting with Sam?
We could, yeah, whoever, I don't,
Instead of creating another.
Like a work session?
Like a work session.
yeah, that's
but
fine,
instead
yeah.
of creating another task.
The only
force.
thing I'm suggesting is that we get a smaller group of people together in a different setting. However we want to accomplish that, I
There's
think,
5 of us.
whatever, yeah.
6. That's
If you
pretty
do a work session
Yeah.
and you have 3 members, it's a meeting.
It's a meeting, yeah.
Yeah,
If that's what you want to do, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. It would be
That needs to be
public too,
posted
right?
and needs to be, just like we did for
I
the.
mean, I don't think it's an issue if it's public.
No, it's not,
Yeah.
no.
And it's recorded too, right?
I mean, that's up to the TV station, but they do most of them, yeah.
well, yeah, I think a work session would be good. Do we want to invite, for that, do we want to invite all of the winery owners,
I mean, I
golf
think
course,
it'd be-
that sort of thing?
that'd be a good
I think
idea.
That makes sense. Okay, that's what we'll do then. So next meeting, we'll look to have a work session on that. So Sam, sorry,
No,
next meeting.
no, I mean, this is gonna take time. I talked to my wife and said, she's like, yeah, go down and say, your opinion or talk about it. It's gonna take some work.
Is it worth getting together prior to that, not a quorum, so whoever that is, to at least have some idea of what you're gonna talk about in the work session, so that the work session just isn't,
Well,
Yeah.
could we
Super prolonged.
could we create like an agenda item or something? Like just a short agenda of the top bullet points that we want to hit in that work session? Is that what you're saying?
what I'm saying is maybe
Yeah.
board member X and Sam and another winery and Aaron get together and say, here's the 4 options for routes. Here's the 4 options for starting places. Here's the 4 options for what we're going to charge,
Yeah.
so that the work session isn't 2 hours long debating all these things. You could still say,
Yeah.
no, I don't like all 4 of them, but just trying to
Yeah.
tailor it down.
Yeah, the first meeting, yeah, I feel like should be smaller and more about organizing the.
Maybe you put
That-
some of those, if that small body gets an idea of routes based on Sam's knowledge, maybe you stick that in the survey and
Yeah.
say, is this a route you like, or is this a route you like? Would you pay $2? Would you pay $10?
Yeah.
So I'm eating up too much time.
So is the boutiques and like Sarah's, is there other businesses or basically are we just gonna drop them off like by the 4-way at Audubon's and they just walk wherever they want? Or is other boutiques, other stores downtown, and are they wanting detailed, I guess, or like
Yeah.
Yeah,
stops right in front of their stores or?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should limit, I mean, this will be something for that little committee
Yeah.
session,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
Let's
so-
do that. Let's do that. We'll just, I think an email to engage who wants to be a part of that smaller group at the beginning one, then we'll lead up to a
Work session
work session, yeah.
at the next TTC meeting.
Yeah.
Sounded good.
Do you want to have that work session with Dan not being here though? You want to push it off to
Yeah,
August?
that's a good question, because we do have time. you know.
When do the wineries
But
start
if you push
start
it off
shutting
till
down?
August, then you're
Yeah.
talking about
Oh.
no routes this summer.
Yeah, what's
Say, like,
September.
Wow, that's true. Wow.
Oh, so if we did it in September, that would be okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Well,
September,
then maybe we could
October.
wait.
Yeah, September, October is actually a peak time for.
Yeah, it might even be better actually if we waited that long. Yeah, okay, so.
2 weekends
You
in
mean to have the
October.
working session?
No, to test the
work session
the
would have
routes,
to be
you know.
August.
The work session be in August, and then we plan for a late September, route. Something like that.
I like that. Cool.
So the work session will be in August?
August, yeah,
Okay.
August meeting.
And then between now and then, we can do something smaller to get that work session organized.
Well, then that gives you guys plenty of time.
Mhm.
whoever's
Sort that
going
out.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Is there anything I need to do before this work session?
I would say that's the first step for everybody at this point, is
Well, the
get
first-
it scheduled and then get together the smaller,
Yeah,
you know.
We'll get in touch with you,
Yeah,
with who's gonna be in that smaller group, and then we'll just meet at City Hall here in the conference room and kind of talk
Yeah.
about routes and things like that, and get everything blocked out for the work session, so we can
Okay.
have the board decide on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
It's an
Sam.
exciting thing, man. It's really, I hope that is something that the visitors and the locals like. I
Which
really,
I think it would be, especially if we get the right wording out
yeah,
and the right.
if we promote it the right
marketing
way.
and Advertising on it, so
Yeah.
that way people kind of realize what the agenda is.
Mhm. Yeah. Cool. It's a big step. I like it. Any other old business?
Yeah, old business, we finally have an order in for wayfinding signs. It was heck of a sort of design time, and then when we had the USDA come in, they kind of threw some designs out there and gave us some extra color, so it was like, whoa. all right, let's figure this out. So we did kind of work down that the extra colors, like the blue is kind of like hospitality, green is outdoor recreation, that orange color is
Public.
more historical sites.
Well, it's high school.
Well, no, that I guess that's the gold color.
Oh, okay.
Gold color is arts and culture.
Okay. Got it.
So, yeah, so these signs right here, these guys, these are the ones that are gonna replace our wayfinding signs that are down like Market, Market and, what do we have, like Market right before Third, Market and Second. There's some down by, coming off the ferry, right before Pere Marquette, coming towards the Welcome Center at Main and Washington. So those will replace those signs. We've added some parking signs to point to parking spots. Those pendant signs were part of an RTCA grant that the city went for with the national park, and those were recommendations to help lead people to different parts of the, we need to lead people down to the ferry. People get lost trying to get to the high school. How do we, make that more visible? So those pendant signs will kind of lead people down. Have one for the wildlife refuge.
Where are your parking signs going?
Definitely the parking lot behind the Anvil, that big one. And then behind the Welcome Center is a public lot.
Okay, cool.
And that's pretty much it. Not a lot of public parking. Oh, on Island of the Flags, that little strip, and probably on 3rd Street too. The very last set is those MoDOT signs. So those will replace the ones that point you to downtown off of 61 and Market, off of St. Mary's and Market. And there's some other places. There's 10 total, one on 32, that sort of thing. So.
And who's doing these signs?
Main Street signs.
Main Street.
Yeah.
Have you got a timeline from them?
Yeah, I told them that they have to be delivered before August 31st because that's when this grant is up.
They agreed to that? Okay.
Aaron, where are these signs at?
Those are going to be like Market and 3rd. You'll see them. They're the ones that point you to the ferry and to the Welcome Center and
There's
stuff
already
like that.
signs there.
If you don't see it,
Like, there's one right out here,
there is one right out here too. That's going to be replaced by this
Oh,
Welcome
right,
to Downtown
right.
St. Genevieve.
just back from the stop sign, between the bank and the stop sign. They resemble this.
This, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I know what
They're not attention catching.
No, they're not. Yeah, they are not.
The fact that no one could.
Ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's,
literally right in front of your parking lot.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say, there's one right by Love
In
Goods.
front of your parking lot. Oh, deuces. I know where you're at now.
I'll look when I leave.
Where are these
Yeah,
signs?
it's
Yeah, it's easy to pass them up.
for sure.
So does this also encompass the one that was out off of 61 by Country Woods?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know.
There's also, one of these colored signs will go on Rozier Street, because there's one, believe it or not, that points you to downtown on Rozier Street, like in between, what's the little car lot
Quality
there?
Muffler.
Quality Muffler and Ace. There's one right there that points you
Oh,
into
yeah,
downtown.
there is one right
You'd never notice it.
Is one of these going up there at 61 and Market, like that?
That'll be these guys.
Ah, that's okay.
And then these first ones, the Welcome to Downtown, that will replace, there's that parking lot across from Mississippi Lime on 61 and Market, and it says Welcome to Downtown, Historic St. Genevieve. And then there's actually one identical to that, which Main Street Signs had to point out to me because I had no clue it was there, but on St. Mary's Road in 61, there's something identical to that.
So, just out of curiosity, are these the actual images, or have they been vetted?
No.
Because there's some misspellings in here. It says something.
Something special. Sorry. Yeah, we will.
Just make sure they don't have
Make
that.
sure that does not happen. Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem. I mean, it sounds cool. I like the sound of it. Something special.
Yeah, something special. I like it. It is World Cup's
That'd be like
happening.
putting an ST period.
Right.
Right, that would go over probably, this would go over better than ST period. Yeah, thank you, Bar. Appreciate that.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
They only did this on one.
Yeah, now I'm looking at everything.
Yeah, I know, now I'm definitely, no, that's how it goes.
Also, yeah, make sure you get the French too.
Oh, and the Willkommen right here, depending on what language that is, if it's German, it's wrong.
What's the
There's
German?
one L. It has two L's in that. Willkommen in German is wrong.
Oh, only one L.
But I do think Willkommen in like Dutch is two, so it depends on what language you're going for, but I think that's
I
probably
would like
German.
to do German. 'cause
Yeah, I would
that
think
would
so.
be-
This right here.
Sorry, buddy.
No,
It
it's,
turned into a thrashing. No.
what are you talking about? No. If this got printed
Yeah.
like that, I would sit there and scratch my skull away.
Yeah.
Who did this artwork?
I did. And,
Spell check.
yeah, for sure.
It's good.
There's only 45,
Yeah, right. You know.
50 signs, so it was
Well, we had menus printed at Danny's that are unusable.
because of that.
It's atrocious how bad the spelling was. I didn't proof it. I should have. The largest word on the whole menu was misspelled.
Audubon.
No, it was at Danny's. It was at Danny's. But no, the logo was wrong. The logo was wrong too. But there's that.
Well, I had all the French checked, so that was good. That worked out. Okay. Good to know. Something.
I was just gonna make a stupid joke about fairy being spelled F-A-I-R-Y.
Could point them to that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the old business, new business.
So there's a QR code on the trail.
Yeah, there's so for the Tour de Line, there's actually like a map online that people can download, plug in. So I thought that would be cool. What's next? Should I go into the tourism director report?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tourism director report, check the Placer AI numbers. We are still up 21% year to date this year over the same time frame last year. We had that travel and leisure online article. I'm not sure if we talked about that last time, but I did note that we had 11.19 million views from that.
Wow.
So that's pretty huge.
Wait, 11 million?
Yeah, from that.
Did you see on that article though, when you click on like more details about St. Genevieve, you click on it and it links an article from like 2020?
Awesome.
No, it's not awesome.
Awesome, good.
It basically it mentions a whole bunch of businesses that aren't in business anymore.
Okay, good to
I
know.
think it was 2020.
Yeah, I think it was.
It had like Crown, the brewery on there.
Well, and I think, anyways, getting something like that, what's interesting is I think before we see like a ton of people coming, what this is really going to do and what our work with Jasper Paul is really going to do is get more influencers and more journalists. So having a national article with a national spotlight, other national writers were on their radar. Speaking of, right there, we had an AOL online article that came out last week or something like that talked about the 18 towns across America. Again, it was another wonky kind of little article, but we were mentioned with Bardstown, Kentucky, Carmel by the Sea in California, Marfa, Texas, Mackinac Island, like some really awesome small towns across the country. So I do feel like this kind of puts us in a different echelon, and the writers and the influencers that come are going to really pick up our sort of baton and run with it. Yeah, I think Jasper Paul is really pulling their weight. They put out a press release for the French Heritage Festival, and we got to do a segment on Great Day St. Louis for that, and that was super fun and got a lot of views. I had people calling me from St. Louis saying they saw it. We had the US 250 event as well. A couple weeks ago, I'm waiting to pull the Placer AI data because it takes a little while for everything to populate. But from the vendor's standpoint, they really love St. Genevieve. We had some pretty awesome colonial vendors here and interpreters, first-person interpreters, so the George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin. They all had the George Washington. He's the guy who does it at Mount Vernon, and he sent an email to me just talking about what a gem St. Genevieve is and how awesome that for a first-year festival, the kind of vendors that we got and just the attendance. He said he's never seen anything like that in 18 years of doing it, so it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's great.
And then, of course, I don't have this one here, but we did have another, right after that, we had another influencer visit, June 3rd and 4th. It was a family visit, so she came down with her two kids and her kid and her sister's two kids and her sister. And they went to the water park, did Braden's Challenger Park, all of this stuff for families, and did a wonderful reel for that. And yeah, I think
I went through the comments on that, and there were a lot of responses that were like road trip, road trip, road trip. I mean, people were like, I feel like it was I felt like that was a good deal. Yeah, and I got some good traction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she has like 50,000 followers on social media, on Instagram and that, but it's 50,000 that are St. Louis area.
Yeah, because
So you can't really, because 50,000 is not really a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for just St. Louis, that's a lot for St. Louis. You know, like that's a good chunk. So a lot of people in the St. Louis area saw that, and so it got to a lot of people, and it looked really, because one of her main points in there was that this is an hour away from St. Louis, and that's what people were kind of commenting
yeah, some people were like, I didn't realize.
I couldn't believe how close it was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Just things you take for granted when you hear, you're like, oh, people really don't have an awareness of St. Genevieve and where it is. So it's.
Vilcum has with 2 L's, by the way. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
It is 2 L's. Yes. No, it's okay. Good. So that is what I have to report. If anybody has any questions or concerns or.
I love the signage. I think this is going to do well. I feel like it will be more eye-catching.
Well,
and just something different too. I think is good.
Well, and hopefully, again, I'm working with the psychology of how signs are seen, because it is amazing when you start. Now that I've started looking for signs, I find stuff and I go, wow. I've passed this road 100 times and I've never ever seen that. I've pointed out the big giant national park sign to my wife when I started this project. I was like, did they just put this up? She's like, no, it's been there since we've been here. I was like, yikes. So I'm hoping that having this branding and following it, it makes it easier for people to follow things, and seeing our advertisements in that brand, seeing hopefully more billboards downtowns in St. Louis, seeing billboards, that billboard off of Y when they come in, and then that billboard off of Mississippi Lime, and then it'll just pattern their brains to look for stuff like that and to kind of trust that information. So it's super interesting. We also had talked about within that grant putting up banner poles around the cities, and luckily that was not going to be feasible, because this whole signage is like $41,000 of the $60,000 that we're spending. Luckily, we had some poles that Wholesome donated to us, like 47
parking
lot light poles, and so we got a quote on powder coating those black and then putting them up. So we're going to have some cross street banner poles and some banner poles that'll go outside of kind of our museum district, so to speak. So I'm pretty pumped about that. We're also going to on 3rd Street put up taller banner poles so that we could possibly go across the street on 3rd Street from building to building with lights and kind of do the Perryville effect.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
we just gotta get the people on the street to agree with it.
yeah, so.
I don't like that to be hard.
No, it's not. No, I was kind of making a joke of myself, but yeah. We definitely will, that will happen.
Yeah.
And as far as the signage goes, like as a visitor, I think they are totally looking for signs.
Yeah.
We pass it every day because we live here.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not
right.
paying attention. But like, I just got back from a trip and I relied on the signs where I was going. I was looking for the signs in every location that I was going
Yeah.
to. So.
That's different when you live here.
It is different when you live here.
For sure.
And the color coding won't be nice. Something like that.
Is that for old business?
That was,
Oh, we,
We're-
you're on the tourism report,
we
sorry.
did tourism and then now we're at new business. Business and other business.
I'm gonna throw a thought out there under new business.
Sure.
So I don't know if this is even, yeah, sure, new business works, but it's, I just gonna kind of tell you what we're doing, because I think that one of the challenges I feel like we face in downtown St. Genevieve is we're like a weekend getaway, and the weekdays are slow. You know, that's like been a challenge probably for a long time, and I feel that challenge tremendously as an owner of a downtown business, that the weekdays, I mean, our weekends are 4x what our weekdays are complete, like all 4 weekdays compared to the 2 weekend days, you know, Friday and Saturday and Monday to Thursday. I mean, it's significantly more on the weekends. So I'm just letting everybody know that I am going to start doing some like more weekday special stuff. Like we're going to start doing live music in the beer garden at Audubon on Wednesday nights instead of Sundays. So we're going to move that to Wednesday night, because I was thinking a lot about this, and weekdays are open. I mean, weekdays, especially for locals, you know, people are here. I feel like we have a better chance of having an audience or a crowd on a weekday sometimes than a weekend, because people are busy and people do things on the weekends. Weekdays are usually pretty open. So I'm just going to do my best to try to be a little more weekday focused going forward with all of our stuff, to try to attract some of that business, because I'm starting to feel more weekday visits too. I feel like during the weekdays I see a little more people than what I used to, but even just for the locals, I mean, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm gonna be heavily committed to weekday stuff now, because I feel like that's, for my businesses, have been a big gap and making it much harder to run them because weekdays are so slow. So I'm gonna make some adjustments. I just wanted to bring that up for a second. See if anything that we can do to support that, or what you think about that. I mean, do we have a shot at weekdays being something that we can focus on? Because right now I feel like we heavy focus weekends, like heavy.
When are you going to start that, Brock?
We're starting this Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
Music?
Yep. Yeah. And we're gonna start doing movies on Mondays in the beer garden, like for families, Monday movie night, and Wednesday live
Do you
music.
have the licensing for that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, luckily I have somebody now that does that stuff for me, and they know and think about all those things that I would never think about. Yes, I do have that. And it's not as expensive as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, there's a cost to it, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's only expensive when you get caught if you don't have the
Yeah,
license.
yeah. Well, it's also free. I mean, one of the things too, the licenses for the live music and the music stuff, you know, all those companies are calling you all the time. I fought them off for a long time, but they are, because we're a small town, everywhere where I do live music is free, except for the Midnight Slip. And that's why we started paying for them, because we were starting to charge for live music. But free, they would have to prove that we were somehow like cheating the system and making money off of it. And we don't do that for sure, so.
I'm talking about the licensing for the movies.
Yeah, no, me too.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that I look at that the same way as I look at this too. I'm like, I know it's one of those you have to do it things, but at the same time, we're not charging anybody to come do this, so. But we are gonna do it the right way, just to make sure that we don't have any issues, but anyhow, so we are gonna start doing, I'm just gonna try to I'm gonna double down on weekdays and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And weekday travel, I think, it's pretty cool, actually. And a lot of, I was just talking about this before this meeting, that especially in a small town, traveling on a weekday is really nice because it's quieter, it's no hustle and bustle, there's not some crazy stuff on, you just kind of enjoy yourself, enjoy, some peace. And so there is something here on the weekdays that I think people would really enjoy.
A lot
And-
of people like to travel that way,
Yeah.
especially in small towns,
Yeah.
just because they don't want it to be busy. They want
Yeah.
it low key.
I mean, we did, I got home today from a trip, and it was, it's crazy how few people are there, and it was really nice, and Megan and I decided we were gonna start doing that more often, that we were gonna do weekday trips, because how nice it was. So I don't know if there's a way that we can think about how to subtly promote that idea to people, from tourism and just in general, that we're not just a weekend place, that the weekdays are nice here too, and a quaint, visit to a small town like this on a weekday is really nice for people. So, just some thought, food for thought.
Marketing assistant grant application.
This is for Drew Pet, right?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? I guess that's everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so move.
I just want to point out that Moonlight Madness is next month, July 15th. So it's a Wednesday, Brock.
Oh, cool.
Music.
I will have music that day.
So it's from 4 to 8. And the theme is around America's birthday. So everyone's decorating with
Awesome.
balloon stuff. So
Okay.
We'll have balloons by then.
we'll have balloons by then.
Sweet.
I don't know if you
July 15th.
the decals that we did for downtown season.
Yeah, we're gonna have we had custom decals made with QR codes that will link to our events for downtown.
Cool.
And it'll take
Merchants
you to
will-
the page.
Yeah, the page, the
Chamber.
downtown page,
The
yeah.
downtown chamber. So we'll be getting those out to merchants probably
Within 2 weeks, probably.
before Moonlight Madness, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Sweet.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay.